Greetings all. My name is Ayana Benty. I'm a certified personal trainer, and today I will be talking about my 12-week total body transformation program. Right? I'll make this quick. Essentially, what it is a push-pull leg program. With 4-week cycles and deload week each week. So it's pretty much like more like a 15-week trial, but 12 sounds a lot better than 15. And essentially, what I'm trying to get you to do is kind of build as much muscle as possible. Will a lot of you do that? Hopefully I want you to, but psychologically a lot of people don't have the willingness to really fully commit to the gym, and a lot of people oftentimes make it 2-3 weeks, maybe pushing 4, and especially once you hit like that 5 to 8 week range in this program, that's when a lot of people don't want to work out no more. But at least 1 to 4 weeks, I'll take 1 to 4 weeks. Will you take 1 to 4 weeks? I challenge you to make it the full 12 weeks. See how you feel. See how you look. But let's run it back. My fault. I just talked a little shit. But push pull legs. How's my program developed? How's my program written? Essentially, right, pushing, pulling muscles, right? Anything pushing, try to have a horizontal motion in there. Try to have a vertical motion in there. Pulling, same thing. Horizontal, pull, vertical. Yeah. So I really try to focus on those types of movements, right? So try to cycle between it. Try and get your pushing muscles stronger. Try and get your pulling muscles stronger. But you also want to be getting them stronger in a way that's training each type of movement individually, right? So always try to focus on that horizontal and vertical component of any type of pushing, pulling, programming that I even do with my own clients. I guess y'all technically my clients now if you download my program, which you get down below, link below. Legs. I almost forgot. I love legs, let me say that. But to train your legs, right, the overall leg builder is probably definitely going to be your squats. Squatting's hard. It's painful. I barely like it myself. But you could substitute that with a few things. You could substitute it with your leg press, right? Take out that whole upper body, right? Not loading the spine anymore, and we're just going to be loading strictly the legs. The nice thing about leg press is you can play around with different foot positioning, right? Kind of isolate, target one muscle group in the legs a little bit more than the other, right? You drop the feet. So say this is like that platform, right, that you do a leg press on, right? You have your feet a little bit higher. Think about like my fingers are your legs, right? You kind of bend it down, get a little bit more of that glute activation. If you drop the feet down, you see how like your knees will be bending a lot more. It's gonna be a lot more of those quads. But yeah, let me keep going down my program. So your squats, RDLs, can't beat those. Also program hip thrusts in there. That's for the whole entire population. I know guys really don't like to do that. I don't like doing it myself. I've always been told I got a big butt, which I do. Can't deny that. But yeah, keep going down. Let's actually kind of go through the breakdown program. I kind of everywhere with this, but essentially we start off right. We start off weeks 1 to 4, really where we kind of build that foundation, going a little bit higher reps, anywhere from that 8 to 12. Also, quote unquote, called hypertrophy training, right? Building muscle, but if you're training hard, taking your sets to failure, close to failure, 1 to 2 sets to failure, 8 to 12, you could change that to 4 to 6, still technically hypertrophy, but let's just, for everyone's sake, let's say 8 to 12 is your hypertrophy training, right? Weeks 1 to 4. The in between right there, we put a deload week, right? Deload week, you just kind of throw yourself in the gym, train at like 50 to 65% effort, right? Not really trying to train hard. You're just kind of back off a little bit, right? Let your body kind of recover from the last 4 weeks. And then, my favorite YouTuber, my good pal, just kidding, we don't know each other, Dr. Mike, a lot of where I get my inspiration from. Inspiration for now. He says we're trying to, whole point of deload is we're trying to get our bodies what's the word? I can't think of the word. As systematic, I wrote it down. Hold up. I wrote it down. What I'm looking for is we're trying to make our bodies more sensitive to training again. Makes perfect sense if you think about if we take a look at our next program. So right, 8 to 12 rep range, weeks 1 to 4, break, deload week, become sensitive to training again. And then this middle block is probably like gonna be like that most important foundation, right? Our strength, or we're gonna be training from 6 to 8 reps, right? So we're gonna go heavy. We're really gonna try to take these like sets as close to failure as possible, right? At least 1 rep in reserve, 2 too much. You gotta push yourself a little harder. I'm sorry, right? And you kind of program and develop this way. So starting at that 5 weeks, you can only do like, say I'm doing a bench press, I can only do 75 pounds. I can do 175 pounds. But for now, I'll say I can only do 75 pounds for 6 reps, right? Week 2, I'm gonna take 75 pounds. Oh, now I could do 7 reps. Perfect. Now I go week 3. Now I could do 8 reps. Boom. Now you restart the cycle. You up the weight. You go 80 pounds. Now you're back to 6 reps. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. Right? Essentially what we're trying to do is that progressive overload. You're trying to load your muscles with more weight or more reps. And either one of those kind of correlates. And that's how you kind of get that progressive overload, what you need for building muscle. Perfect. Right? So weeks 5 to 8, that's what we're doing. Focusing on our strength. Then we go weeks 8 to 12. Also, there's going to be another deload in there, right? Go to the gym, do whatever you want, kind of just 50 to 60% of your workouts. Low-key, you can even skip the gym for a week. I don't recommend that, but you could do that essentially, right? So when we get back to that 8 to 12 rep range, not 8 to 12 rep range, 8 to 12 weeks, basically, essentially what's going on with that deload week is we're getting our bodies resensitive to training, right? So now we got more opportunity to grow muscle, more opportunity to grow, right? That's what we all want, or at least that's what I want. It's pretty much what my whole life revolves around, right? Going to the gym, I don't study the gym, I study the human body, movements of the human body, right? So what can you really do, right? Essentially, I'm majoring in gym. All right, let's talk last phase of the program. Essentially, what we're doing is we're taking that hypertrophy training and we're taking that strength training and we're making it one, right? Who doesn't like that? I love it. So let's think about a week, right? Monday to Sunday, Sunday to Friday, Saturday, however you want to split up your week, right? Essentially, what we're going to do is we're going to take our week calendar, right? And at the beginning of the week is when we're going to be focusing on our strength. We're going to be still implementing what we were doing in that second phase of the program, beginning of the week. So we're trying to get strong. We're trying to push as much weight as possible, right? So we'll do that with our push, pull, legs. It's going to be hard. So either, like each week, we'll kind of switch it up a little bit. So we're focusing more on our pushing strength. Next week, we'll focus a little bit more on pulling. Third week, a little bit more on legs, right? It's kind of hard to really just strength, and we'll go hypertrophy, right? So it's going to be a little bit like strength, hypertrophy, right? Something along the lines. Does that make sense? It makes sense in my head because I wrote the program. But, right, essentially, so we'll go strength beginning of the week, hypertrophy last week, right? And I like to call this my total body pump, right? Because essentially, if you're eating right, getting your protein, right, building muscle, getting your carbs, getting your glycogen storage up, right, eating your fats, fibers too, get all that stuff out your system, which you don't need. You should be feeling pretty good, feeling pretty strong, building a lot of, muscles. And, yeah, right, that whole entire 12 weeks, right, 1 to 12, right, beginning usually everyone feels good to start. That 5 to 8 rep, 5 to 8 weeks, a lot of people, I would say, probably going to be like that hardest part. And my total body pump is what I like to call it. Essentially, how you're going to kind of maintain that week, phase 1, phase 2, then that phase 3. And then from there, honestly, you should have like a good sense of how to kind of train how your body feels, what gets more tired than what, and, work from there. And then from there, if you complete the 12-week program, you can sign up, link below, hop on a one-on-one call with me, set you up with a customized workout program, and potentially work one-on-one with me as a coach or a personal trainer. I don't know what sounds better yet. I'm still kind of new to this. But yeah, thanks for watching, and don't forget to download the link below for my 12-week